Okay, and welcome to video number 2 in my Sunny Hat series. What I have here now is a little piece where I've done a few rows, increasing my number of stitches in the pattern whenever I'm told to. And as you can see, that's the shape we're getting on our hat here, is the garter stitch band building up to a point on top here. Now we need to do the opposite side and we need to start working down again, and that requires a decreasing of the number of stitches I have on my knitting needles here. So this is going to be a nice easy one for you all here. If you got through your knit front and back, you'll get through this no problem. So once again, we're going to slip the very first stitch and then do our fancy hijinks into the second stitch along. Again, I'm going to be slipping knitwise, but if you prefer, you can of course slip purlwise, and that will give you a nice V on the edge of your work that you can crochet into. But I do prefer to slip knitwise, so I'm going to continue doing that for these videos here. Okay, so I'm going to slide my stitch off my needle here. It's my slip one. And then in the pattern, I'm told to knit 2 together. Now, I usually find it's easier to get into these stitches if I give them a little stretch underneath. Just kind of pull the fabric down to loosen up the loops so you can get your needle through. And we're going to focus on the next 2 stitches along. And instead of creating 1 stitch in or 2 stitches in the one loop as we have been doing, I'm going to create 1 stitch using 2 loops here to reduce the number of stitches on my needle. So if we were to knit, we would simply go in like so, but we're knitting 2 together, so I'm going to go a whole another stitch back and go through both, just like so. So I'm gone through both of those stitches. You'll see there's 4 strands there, 2 per stitch because I'm working double-stranded. And I am simply going to knit as if nothing is untoward. So yarn over, draw my needle back through and pull all those loops off my needle like so. So I would have had 3 at this stage on this needle here, but I have 2 because that one is holding 2 stitches in place. And then I carry on knitting to the end. And that's knit 2 together. There we go. So now I'm 1 stitch short, and you can see already actually that there's a little point there that's starting to appear, and as you do decrease along one after the other, you end up with a mirror image of this slope here going in the opposite direction up like so. Here we go. So yep, give that a go and I will see you in the next video.